morning.
Good morning. I think we have 2 more signed up this morning, so we'll give them a minute to join in here.
That sounds good.
We have one more that's supposed to be joining us, but I don't want to hold you guys up because I know this is a short class. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And then hopefully when she gets logged on, she can go ahead and join us. So we're going to start seated today. So if you have a cushion or a block or something you want to sit on to be a little more comfortable, go ahead and come into that comfortable seated position, cross-legged, with your back nice and straight. Just sitting up on your sits bones or that bony part of your pelvis. And let your shoulders fall down away from your ears. And close your eyes. And just take a few moments. Check in with yourself. Notice if you have any tension that you're holding anywhere. Just send some kindness there and give yourself permission to maybe let go a little. And bring your awareness to your breath. And feel your breath coming down into your abdomen. Nice and deep and smooth. And establish a connection with your breath. Try and connect to your breath throughout the whole practice today. Feeling that nice, steady breath coming down into your abdomen. You'll gently open your eyes, just with a soft gaze. Inhaling through your nose. And as you exhale, drop that right shoulder down and then drop your ear down towards that right shoulder. Feel the length in your neck here. And then on your next inhale, come back up to the center. And then on your exhale to the left side, dropping the shoulder down and then dropping that ear. Just feel the stretch in your neck. Let that right shoulder relax. Soften where you can. Keep that breath coming into your belly. And then on your next inhale, gently come back to the center. On your next exhale, this time drop down to the right, drop the right shoulder, drop the ear to the right shoulder. And then gently just bring that neck around to the front. When you get to the left side, drop that left shoulder. And then inhale back up through center. Again, exhaling, drop the right shoulder, dropping down. Trying to keep the back nice and straight and just focus on the neck and shoulders here. Inhaling, come to the left and gently coming back up to center. Again to the right, dropping the shoulder, dropping the ear, letting that head gently fall to the front, and then coming to the left side and back into the center. Inhale. And as you exhale, this time drop to the left. So dropping the ear, dropping the shoulder, gently dropping down to the front, and then coming to the left as you inhale and back to center. Inhale, exhale, drop the shoulder, drop the ear, coming down to the front. Nice and gentle all the way around, dropping that shoulder when you get to the side and then coming back up. Drop down. Feel that nice stretch through the neck. You know, if you're like me, we tend to hold a lot of tension here. One more. Just dropping that shoulder along with the neck helps to give it a little extra space. Coming back to center. Now as you inhale, bring that right arm up and overhead. As you exhale, bring it back down to the side. Inhaling, that right arm up and overhead. Exhaling, coming back down. Find some length in your spine here, lengthening out through the neck. This time as you come up, go ahead and hold it here. If you need to set that opposite hand down on the floor for some support, that's fine. And just take a few breaths here, opening up that right side of your body. If you feel a pinch or a twinge, back off a little. And the next time you exhale, go ahead and bring that arm back down. And then coming into the left side. So inhale the arm up and overhead. And then exhale, gently bring it back down. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling, bringing it back down. The next time you come up, go ahead and hold. And bring some nice deep breaths into that left side of your body. Feel the ribs opening up, creating some space. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and bring that arm back down. We're going to come into a tabletop position. So cross over. If you can remove your cushion, set it off to the side. And come into a tabletop position and some cat-cows here. So on your next inhale, drop your belly down, lift your head and tailbone. As you exhale, press your tailbone and your head down towards the floor and arch up into cat. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, arch up into cat. And really feeling the full length of your spine here. Creating some space. Let's do one more. Exhaling all the way up, pressing into the hands. As you come back to the center, pause here. Inhale through center, and then as you exhale, just swing those hips over to the right side, and at the same time, drop your ear to your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to neutral, and then as you exhale, drop to the left side. Keeping the neck nice and long. Looking in between the hands to help. Keep your neck long. Inhale through center and exhale, left side. Creating some space in that spine, getting all the movements in the spine here. When you're complete on both sides, come back to the center. And on your next inhale, bring that right elbow up. As you exhale, come back down. Left side, bring the right or left elbow up. Exhale, come back to center. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Again, keep that neck nice and long. You can follow your hand with your eyes if that feels okay on your neck. If not, then look down at the floor. If it feels okay, you can add on by just extending that arm out and then exhaling, bend, and coming back down. Inhaling, elbow up first, straighten the arm, then exhaling, bend the arm, coming back to center. Inhaling up, extend, bend, and coming back down. Other side, extend, bend, and come back down. Once you're complete on both sides, curl those toes under and press into the knuckles of your hands and press your hips back away from your hands. Like you're trying to push your hips away from your hands. Keep a bend in the knees. Take a few breaths here. Lengthen through the spine and the neck. Let the neck be nice and loose if you want to jiggle it around and make sure it's not tense. And then walk those hands and feet together and slowly roll yourself up to standing. Just making sure you don't get dizzy. Once you come to standing, bring in some shoulder rolls. Roll the shoulders back. And then pause and roll them to the front. Keep nice and loose in those knees. Maybe sway back side to side to keep those knees loose. And then bring those arms across, scissor arms, just alternating which one goes on top. Work out any tension in those shoulders. And then bring the hands to the hips, step the feet a little wider apart here, a little wider than hips distance, and bring in some hip circles. Keep nice and loose in those knees. Just like you're circling all the way around a barrel, trying to scrape every last bit of it. And then pause and go the opposite direction. And then coming back to center and bring in some marches with the opposite arms. Just swing them out, be nice and loose here. And then coming back to the center, find your mountain pose. Keep those knees nice and soft. Roll those shoulders back and down. Pull the chin back a little bit so that there's some length in the back of the neck. And then on your next inhale, begin to come up on your toes. And as you exhale, coming back down. And try and pair your movement with your breath here. So inhaling up on the toes, exhaling, coming back down. So that you're going up, up, up through the whole inhale and down, down, down through the whole exhale. Strengthening the legs and ankles. You can add some arms if that feels okay. Maybe halfway, maybe all the way, whatever your body says it can do today. It's normal to stumble around a little bit, so if that happens, no big deal. Just keep going. Let's do one more. And then coming to the short side of your mat. Step your left foot straight back, hands to the hips, and square your hips off with the short side of the mat and bring in some bending and straightening here. You may want to move your feet around so that they feel comfortable, so that you have your feet in a position where you feel like you can get those hips so that they're even with that, the straight part of the mat. And then sink down in here. Warrior one. Bring those arms on your next inhale out and up overhead. As you exhale, bring them back down by your sides. Inhale out and up. Exhale, back out and down by your sides. This time as you inhale, arms up, go ahead and hold here. Drop those shoulders down. If this feels uncomfortable on your shoulders, you can always come out to a cactus arms instead. On your next inhale, straighten that leg, reach up, and then exhale, bring those arms back down to your sides. We're going to switch sides, coming into the opposite side. Switching around. So now your right foot is back, left leg is front. Again, square those hips off with the side of your mat and bring in some bending and straightening here. Feel the energy coming through your legs. Make sure that breath is still coming down into your belly. And then go ahead and sink down in. Inhale those arms out and overhead. Exhale, bringing them back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up and overhead, and this time hold. Again, either straight overhead with those shoulders down and back, or out into cactus arms. Bring that breath down into your belly. On your next inhale, straighten that front leg, and exhale, bring the arms down to your sides. Step those feet together, give them a little shake. And then we'll bring in some sun breath. So step your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Inhale those arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, sit your hips back behind your knees and just drop those arms down. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, drop it down. In and out through your nose. And the next time you come down, go ahead and hold it here. Keep those knees bent. And just let your upper body fall out of your hips. Let your neck and head fall out of your shoulders. You can either rest those hands on the ground, or you could hold on to your elbows and just let that upper half of your body just be relaxed and loose. Feel your belly pressing into your legs as you breathe. And then set your hands down. Come down one knee at a time. And then roll yourself back onto your back. All the way back. Hug those knees into your chest and give yourself a little rock from side to side, hip to hip and shoulder to shoulder. And then holding on to those knees, circle the knees around in one direction. Giving yourself a nice little lower back massage. And then pause and go the opposite direction. And then pause. Hold on to that right knee, flexing both feet, and just set that left leg down on the ground, but keep both of the feet flexed, keeping the legs active. Breathing, nice deep breaths. In and out through the nose. And then reaching that left arm across onto the right knee, just bring it across the midline. Feel that stretch. You might want to play around with your knee here and see where you feel it the most, but you're trying to get at this muscle right back here. Keeping both of the feet flexed. And then inhale, bring that knee in, and exhale, set it back down on the floor. Inhale the left knee in, grab onto that knee. Again, both feet are flexed and active. And then holding on to that left leg with the right knee or the right arm, bring that knee across the midline. You can set your opposite arm out into a T. Keep those feet flexed. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. And then hug that knee back into your chest. And exhale the leg back down. And just give those legs a little shake and just let them fall wherever they fall. And then bring those arms out. If you have anything you like to use for Shavasana, maybe a little towel or a cushion under your head. or a blanket, go ahead and grab that. Make yourself comfortable. And close your eyes. And let your body be heavy into the floor. Notice if you still have any tension you're holding anywhere. Just invite your body to relax. Give it permission. And bring your awareness to your breath. Just noticing. Notice if it feels any different than it did at the beginning of class. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, you can bring in some gentle movement, deepen your breath. And stretch anywhere that you feel needs an extra stretch. And then take a moment and roll over onto one side in the fetal position. Just thank yourself for coming to practice today. And then pressing up into a seated position when you're ready. Like I said, feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. Om Shanti, peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May there be peace in our hearts. May there be peace in our minds. May there be peace in our bodies. And may there be peace in the words that we speak. And take a moment to bow to honor the light in yourself and to honor the light in others. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like.
Sounds good.
You're welcome.
Bye.
See you guys.